Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. It's great to be here tonight. I gotta tell you, I'm humbled. I'm humbled to be returned as a member of Parliament for St. John. How's that sound? Any better? I guarantee you're going to hear me for the next few years. I said earlier, I'm humbled to be returned as a member of Parliament for St. John, ladies and gentlemen. I look forward to once again representing the citizens of St. John, and I want to say thank you to all the citizens of the riding of St. John. St. John, Rothsay, and Quispamsis. I won't disappoint you. Your trust that you placed in me tonight, it is much appreciated. And I'll work as hard going forward as I have in the last 2 years.
Amen.
The support and the cooperation that I've received from all the residents over the last two and a half years has been tremendous. And to have tonight, I'm looking at my notes here, I don't want to forget anything. It's been tremendous to work with all the groups and organizations throughout the riding for the last 2.5 years. And together we've been able to accomplish a lot for the riding of St. John. And the support that we received tonight is a strong sign that we're moving in the right direction. And I look forward to working with all the groups and organizations here in St. John as we go forward. I placed a lot of emphasis in this campaign on partnerships. And tonight, we're seeing a lot of benefits from those partnerships being returned. I look forward to seeing a lot of benefits from the partnerships that we've established going forward. No one can do it alone. And I've had strong partners here in St. John. And I only have to reference the St. John Harbour Bridge when we talk about partnerships. I couldn't have won this election tonight, or correction, sorry. We couldn't have won this election tonight without the support of a strong campaign team.
Amen.
And with all the wonderful volunteers, it's been tremendous that have given their time and all the effort to see this riding return to the Conservative fold. It's dangerous for me to start naming names, but you know I'm going to do that. I have to start with the co-chairs of my campaign here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Jason, Stephen, and Leslie Kirsten. I want to say thank you very much. Nick Roulette, who organized our Get Out the Vote, and Janice Walshoots. You did a tremendous job, Nick and Janice, and all the volunteers that work with you. Because we know that in order to be successful, we have to have the voters turn out. And you ensured that today. I remember talking last night at our last campaign organizational meeting. Said my job was done. It's up to you. You came through in spades. Craig Esterbrooks and the communications team, great job. You really worked hard at getting the message out. Did a great job. Daryl Stevenson and Danny Corcoran, you looked after the money. You made sure we had the resources to do the job. I'm not forgetting a very important part. We have a wonderful, wonderful group of local MLAs here in St. John. It's been a tremendous pleasure for me to work with these guys and gals, Dorothy, leading up, and Margaret, I'm not sure if Margaret Ann's here, but leading up to this election, leading up to the election last fall, and since that, I got to tell you, it's the relationships that we have. I see Trevor here, see Glenn here. Try to look through. It's Carl. I saw Carl when I came in the door. Who else am I missing here tonight? I know Blaine called me earlier. Margaret Ann, I talked to her earlier. It's just unbelievable. Dorothy, she was with us today. It's just unbelievable. Doc Parrott, the great support we have here. And I talked about the Harbor Bridge, but you know there are so many projects here in St. John that we'll be able to move forward by working together as a local team, working for the benefit of all the residents of St. John. Chris Walshut was here every day of the campaign, ladies and gentlemen. He opened the doors. He worked hard. He had a group to work with him. Brian, Chris, it was a terrific job. Thank you, and all the volunteers that worked so hard, put so many hours in. It's terrific. I got to say thank you, thank you, thank you. And no list would be complete without talking a little bit, you know, the strength of a politician comes from the strength of their family. And I have one of the strongest. One of the strongest. And without that support, I think this is the first election that my dad hasn't been here. He's in the hospital, as most of you know. He's recovering from surgery. I talked to my mother just before I came. My thoughts and prayers are with you, Dad. I wish you were here. You know, my wife, my son are with us tonight. Don, Hud, I'm really glad you're here with us. Hud, you got to see the best part. Hud's had to share me with a lot of people. You know, in the last 2.5 years, we go into the grocery store, and you too, dear. We go into the grocery store, we go anywhere. They never complain when I stop to talk to people. And people will want to talk to me. It's one of the best parts of the job. You know, and Hud's a busy guy. I think he's got a busier schedule than I sometimes. And my wife, she looks after him. She makes sure he gets to his hockey games. And I always jokingly tell people that Don manages Hud's hockey career. Because, you know, my job takes me away a lot. It keeps me busy, and I really appreciate all the work and the support. It wouldn't be possible for me to do this job without Don and Hud. You know, without Don pulling the load here. I see my brothers and sisters at the back, nieces and nephews. You guys, you've always been a built-in campaign team. I really appreciate everything you do. Really, really appreciate it. You know, we wouldn't be able to do a lot without family, and you guys make it awful easy for me to do this. Thank you. And speaking of family, you know, Faith, you become like family over the last 2.5 years. And she looks after me on a daily basis and makes sure I'm organized. And I want to say thank you, Faith. Thank you very much for looking after me. And I almost forgot somebody. Senator Wallace. Senator Wallace is a part of our Atlantic Caucus, and he and I sit together in the Atlantic Caucus, and he's been there with me. He's very supportive, unbelievably supportive. John, it's terrific. I really appreciate it. You're with me throughout the campaign. You worked hard. I thank you. I look forward to going back to work with you again in Ottawa. Look forward to it. Now, just a little bit about what we ran on in this election. Everybody knows, or most people know, that the previous election I ran on 4 priorities. I called it my 4 and 4. And we saw progress on all 4 of those priorities in the last 2.5 years. There's still a lot of work to be done on a couple of those priorities. And I made a commitment in this election to work through partnership, and I called it Progress Through Partnership. And I'm committed to ensuring that St. John has clean, safe drinking water, and I will work with the provincial government and I will work with the municipal government to ensure that that commitment is fulfilled. And it's great to have strong partners in the province of New Brunswick, and I know we will get it done. Creating more social housing here in St. John was another one of the priorities that I set forward in the last election. We've made a lot of progress in the last 2.5 years, but there's more work to be done. Again, working with the province, we will see more social housing units created here in St. John. And the new portion of my commitment to St. John is a strong mind and a strong body. Ladies and gentlemen, we've seen tremendous momentum around UNBSJ and the post-secondary education here in St. John. And I committed through a strong mind to ensure that we drive federal support to UNBSJ. We've seen terrific momentum, and we want to keep that momentum going here in St. John, and I am committed to driving federal support to UNBSJ. And a strong body, well, we know the great work that the YMCA does here in St. John in the greater St. John region. And I'm committed to working with the YMCA and the provincial government to see that we help the YMCA to build a new facility here in St. John. I look forward to continuing to work with all the groups and organizations here in our region to ensure that we continue to move our region forward. And that means by working in cooperation with the province of New Brunswick, with David Alward's government, the strong leadership that he has here in St. John, the municipality of St. John, the municipality of Rothesay, the town of Quispamsis, we will see this region move forward, and together we will go forward, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for coming out tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.